And in the years since the new millennium, the world has seen such progress. There have been so many medical advances, breast augmentation, an erection pill. Then in 2004, the tide was turned against chlamydia. 2 years later, we licked genital warts. And now we have crabs on the run. And tonight we celebrate a breakthrough in spinal cord injuries made possible by countless researchers and contributors. And to present this award, we have a very special guest. Congratulations, Mr. Flynt. You're an inspiration to us all.
Shut up, funny boy. I'm not wasting this miracle on you.
You buying investing. Our advice? Take it. Take it all, because you know you love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the star of Politically Incorrect, Bill Maher. Bill's guest tonight, Larry Flynt. Musician, Edwin McCain. Roswell, Steve Hytner. And author, Charmaine Yoest.
All right, let's meet our panel. First, of course, the fun-loving publisher of Hustler and his new magazine, His Code, the star of our little sketch, Larry Flynt, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Larry. Her new book is Mother in the Middle, Searching for Peace in the Mommy Wars. Charmaine Yoest, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, you. Thank you very much. One of the 12 stars of Roswell, Wednesdays at 9 on another network, Steve Hytner. Steve. How are you there, sir? Good to see you. He's a critically acclaimed singer-songwriter, and his CD is Messenger. Edwin McCain. Sorry, buddy. Thanks, good to see you back here. All right. Well, first of all, I want to say thanks to our esteemed technical staff for putting that film clip together. Larry, it looked as if you were walking.
That investment group's going to short sell all your stocks now.
Exactly. Now, it is amazing what they can do with computer animation. I mean, real computer animation. Obviously, you look funny, but
you know, this particular thing, you know, it's creating expectations that are unreal, because I'm familiar with all the research going on in spinal cord,
right,
in the world, and it's just not going to happen in my lifetime. You know, I'm not saying who knows what the future holds. And so for them to do that and give all these people,
hope.
You know, hope. There is no hope.
There have been so many calls already, people saying, you know, how do I get this? They didn't understand. You know, I didn't know Christopher Reeve was walking. What can I do? You know, where is this available? It is sort of a dirty trick on some people. Okay, but that's not what I want to talk about, because I want to talk about the technology, because the technology of being able to make something look like it's not is readily available right on your home computer, and the state of Illinois has taken issue with this in the sense that they have made it illegal to create simulated child pornography. In other words, you can put a kid's head on somebody's, but just like they did in that commercial, much better than we did. And to me, this is a thought crime. They are outlawing thought.
I've seen a website. It's called RomanPolanski.com. On a more serious note, you know, you say you've got a guy who's got a Lolita complex, where he likes, you know, younger girls. Say he never acts any of those fantasies out, but he likes to paint or draw or maybe create images on a computer, and he's doing this in his home. He's not committing any crime. For the government to interfere in that, I think They are interfering with your thought process.
It is a victimless crime. There are no children actually involved. What?
Hello? No way.
Who is the victim?
First off, it's illegal on the federal level. To anything having to do with
Not
children.
this. This is new. It's illegal to possess pictures of kids. This is new in Illinois, to simulate pictures of kids. These aren't even pictures of kids.
I think you got to worry about revving up some guy that maybe wouldn't have acted out on something that eventually, because he gets so wigged out on all this simulated child porn, actually goes out and acts on it. So I mean, it's kind of like, are you priming the pump?
Okay. That's the standard of law you want in America.
Bill,
make it illegal
really
to worry about revving up a guy.
Bill, do you really think that Chester the molester wakes up in the morning and goes, I think I really want a picture of a computer-simulated child? No, these kitty hustlers, what they want is the real child. This guy, there's a legal case that's involved in this right now. This guy's named Naughton, who worked for the Disney Corporation. He got arrested when he was going to meet a 13-year-old girl that he had
We talked about it here.
Yeah, but that's an actual act.
Well, but
you know, you don't want to be thrown in jail for cut and pasting on your computer?
But here's the thing. This is such
If I want a picture of Cindy Crawford or her head on a donkey, I don't want to do jail time. Is that wrong? That could be wrong, but I still don't want to go. I still don't want to go to jail.
By the way,
Yeah, but no, but see, no.
Really cheap.
Good joke. However, Cindy Crawford is an adult. And it is completely delusional, Larry, to think that somebody who is interested in child porn is just going to sit in his house and not do anything on it. That's not the nature of an interest.
It's offensive. It's
What
not
do
a
you mean
crime.
it's not the nature?
No.
How do you know? There are statistics out there, and believe me, they'll surprise you, of the number of people that harbor those sort of fantasies and never act out on them.
No. Okay, let's talk about statistics. The LAPD did a study of the people they had arrested for child molestation and found 100% usage of child pornography. Yes, there are people who use child pornography and don't act on it.
The LAPD's credibility right now is not at an all-time high.
Yeah.
Number one.
This is one of those catch-22s that's unfortunate, because our whole foundation is based on the fact that you don't have to like someone else's views, you have to tolerate them. I mean, that's why your whole career has been based on that. I mean,
and it's also
not when it comes to children. It is entirely.
It's always that thing about, if it comes to children, and that ends every argument.
Right.
That's any sort of medication, but children take that medication. Well, then nobody gets medicated. Everything. Well, if the children does it, I forget it. Stick quietly.
Another thing that the religious right does is they use this argument that they know that they've lost the argument on whether consenting adults have the right to read or view whatever they want to in the privacy of their own home. So now they're using this argument where they throw the children into it. Look,
well, because there are children, millions of children who are abused.
But you can't restrict adult reading and viewing habits, so up there for children, and you'll have nothing but Alice in Wonderland and Little Red Riding Hood. That's the whole issue.
Oh, please,
also,
let's not.
The principle, if you've ever been stalked, and many of you have, or if you have an abusive husband or something, what the police will tell you is, we can't do anything until he actually does something. And you know what? As frustrating as that is, we understand that. They can't arrest somebody for thinking about it. No, I'm sorry, we can't step in until he actually does something, ma'am. Why doesn't that apply here?
Well, here's the point, is they do use these things for recruiting children. They use them, they take them to the child, and they say, here, look, this child is enjoying what they're doing.
Well,
they use it to tutor the child.
That's a crime.
That's a crime right there.
That
is right.
The child. Then they've acted. They've committed a crime. You know, children should not. When I speak of pornography, I only speak of consenting adults. Children is a whole separate issue. But if you use children, you're violating the rights of someone who's not old enough to speak for themselves. And that's the crime. And it should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
I have to take a break. It reminds me, Larry, my subscription is up. I need to talk to you. We'll be right back. were talking about what you can do and say on the Internet. Now, rumors on the Internet can actually destroy a business, or in the case of Kentucky Fried Chicken, at least make them take out an ad. I'm sure I hear people groaning because they know about this already. Kentucky Fried Chicken changed its name to KFC a few years ago. And the rumor, and it is just a rumor, was that they did that because they're not actually using chicken. They're using genetically altered, chicken-based, vat-cultured sludge.
That's just so ridiculous, because, I mean, when was the last time you saw some guy go in and go, dude, are your chickens organically grown? I mean, the guy behind the counter is like, hey, man, it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, you know? We got chicken, we fry it, you know, if you want tofu, it ain't Kentucky Fried Tofu, you know? But you're not getting extra cheese on your wheatgrass and Kentucky Fried Chicken. I mean, you're not going to see Kentucky Fried Chicken sponsoring the Boston Marathon, you know? It's not known for their healthy food.
It is the finest food you can eat in your car out of a bucket. No one is denying that. But what they're saying, the rumor was that this wasn't even a chicken, that they somehow genetically engineered this creature that had no beaks, no feathers, that it was just the meat.
I'm getting hungry.
You're right.
Look, however they can get from bird to bucket fastest is fine by me. You know, I'm not a beak guy. I'm not a feather guy. I'm doing the whole sugar busters. I don't need that stuff.
It's kind of like we're keeping in context with eating like the least intelligent species on the planet. You know what I mean? It's like that's going to put a real new spin on that game show. Who wants to not be eaten? You know what I mean?
Well, you know, to put this on the Internet like they did, I think that's a violation of We Do Chicken rights.
Well, Larry,
what is it?
As the only person on the panel tonight who's actually had sex with a chicken, Larry admits to that. I'm assuming. I guess you speak from authority. But to put this, they put this rumor out there. By the way, also with some grainy footage of Pamela Lee and a drumstick. No, I'm kidding.
You know, the thing of it is, Bill, though, people like to get all hysterical about the Internet. Oh, it's going to do this and that and the other thing. But, you know, technology created the problem of being able to disseminate these rumors all over the world, and technology will solve the problem. You aren't, you know...
If it's libel or slander, it should be libel or slander, whichever it is. I don't think the Internet should affect that at all.
You know, I think, though, if you believe this stuff on the Internet like this, it's like a tax for ignorance. If you're ignorant enough to believe this, then you're taxed, you know? Then you're going to waste your day thinking about this kind of moronic stuff. Then great, you just got taxed because you're stupid.
You can track these people down, and the problem is that it goes around the world. So what you do is then you just make the damages a lot higher, and that's going to really discourage people from doing it.
But do you really think it was like, did a couple of people down at Popeyes
it was like
come up with this idea and then jump on the Internet?
Yeah, I mean,
don't think
you know
so.
what?
It's urban legend.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but that could, I mean, it could be industrial sabotage, because it forced them to take out this ad, which, you know, if you deny the rule...
What does it say?
First of all, We Do Chicken right. That's English wrong.
Well, listen to this.
But it says the word chicken about 1,000 times. Because they can't deny it outright, because that would make it a story, and that would make it worse. So they have to take it. So this company had to take out an ad and say chicken 1 billion times to get the point across, wink, wink, we're actually making chickens.
Well, didn't they initially do it to get fried taken out? They went to KFC.
That's probably the real reason.
Right. They went to KFC to take fried out because nobody wants to eat fried foods anymore. Not nobody.
The thing that cracks me up is they probably spent billions of dollars, and the executives are sitting around some table going, I think we fooled them. They don't think it's fried anymore. Well, hey, out of the bucket.
Except now they don't think it's chicken anymore.
Well, so that's what happened.
So now we got to think it's from Kentucky, quite frankly.
So now we got a full page. So now we got a full-page ad saying, "We guarantee that our chickens were alive and had feelings when we killed them." In case you were wondering.
Yeah, they felt it.
Yeah. The chicken industry has done nothing but give money to Bill Clinton and politicians like him for years so that they could do anything they want to chickens, which is wrong.
It served them right then.
What? Yeah.
They slandered. No.
Yeah, well, I might
agree
agree with you as an animal lover, but go ahead.
Well, it's a dicey game, though, and that's the thing is there are laws already on the books to deal with this kind of thing. Pizza Hut just won a huge case against Papa John's, who had this huge $300 million ad campaign saying, better pizza, better ingredients.
Right.
Pizza Hut took them to court and proved that their pizza was not better than Pizza Hut. And now Papa John's...
Some belching contest? What was that? How do you decide that?
But $300 million down the drains now, Papa John's can't... They are forbidden to ever use the word better in their advertising.
That's hysterical. I mean, you see the guys at the panel going, hey, man, just say it's better. We're going to get free pizza for a year.
I mean, but why do you...
I can't believe they waste time in courts for stuff like this. This is insane.
But why do you think people like rumors like this and believe rumors like this?
God, because it's just like, you know, everybody needs something to latch on. It's just like that stupid flag thing that's going on in my state, you know? I mean, if they had just like a month before that tried to change the Pabst Blue Ribbon can, everybody would have been pissed off about that and been too busy with that to worry about the flag. They'd have taken it down.
All right, we got to take a commercial. We'll be right back.
Join us Monday when our guests will be actor and comedian Richard Belzer, Donny Osmond, from the Hughleys, D.L. Hughley, and radio talk show host Melanie Morgan.
Okay, this was a big week in presidential politics, and as long as our president, our impeached president, has survived and is in the home stretch now, I think Larry should get some credit for the fact that he's still there, because when congressmen decided to get down in the moral sewer about this, luckily there was a man like Larry Flynt down there to meet them.
Who was in the moral sewer? And let us not forget who started the moral sewer of it all.
Who started the moral sewer was the person
Bill
who was
Clinton.
peeking into the person's bedroom.
No, it was Bill Clinton.
God, like, this hadn't been going on for years. I mean, it's just like, you know, John F. Kennedy was, you know, fabled for being such a fantastic womanizer, and then all of a sudden, we vilified Clinton. I mean, it's been, you know, it's so clearly been going on forever. And then, of course, when we get a chance to start throwing rocks, everybody forgets they got a glass roof. You know?
Well,
exactly,
and that little matter
that is
of a lawsuit and perjury.
Okay, let's not get into that because I was bored of it 3 years ago.
Yeah.
but you know, important.
But what Larry did, if you don't know, was he offered $1 million, which is where we just got the idea. No. Offered $1 million to anyone who would step forward and show that the Republicans were doing the same thing, and of course, that's what happened. Bob Livingston.
Cleaning up the videotape. I'll have it to you next week. Trust me.
But it's important to know one thing that the media has never done is they have never properly reported my motivations in doing this. I'm watching television every night, and it's bash Clinton. That's when the impeachment started, you know. Hey, bashing Clinton. Every network, every cable show.
So you wanted to show.
So I keep looking at the polls, and the polls keep saying 70% of the people do not want him to resign despite what he's done.
And that's right.
So I said, who's providing a voice for 70% of America?
And who's digging up the dirt on the other side? Who it turned out we're doing the same thing. Bob Livingston. You found out that Bob Livingston committed adultery, Bob Barr facilitated an abortion, and Strom Thurmond was cheating on his slave.
I don't support.
Now, what I want to know is like Bob Livingston. Who the hell is Bob Livingston's publicist? Bob, remember that one time? Maybe you not ought to go on TV. I mean, who's working for him?
So
he called it.
The difference between the Republicans and the Democrats on this is that the Republicans had the decency to have a little shame about it, and I thought. Bob Livingston
called the New York Times the same day he resigned, and they called me for a quote because he had said to them that I was a bottom feeder, and they asked me about it. I said, yeah, that's right, but look what I found when I got down there.
Yeah.
Bob Livingston resigned to save his wife the embarrassment of going through what Hillary Clinton was drugged through by Bill Clinton.
He resigned because he couldn't have stayed in the job. He had no choice. Yoest. To put him up on some pedestal and say he did it from the high ground is preposterous and ridiculous, and you know it.
I don't think so.
I'm not defending the attacking of Clinton at all, but just hear this point. Doesn't it create sort of a political limbo with how low can we go? Okay, you go this low, we go this low, this low, this low, this low. And that's not coming from Republican or Democrat. I'm just saying, doesn't it just take the political debate and continue to just lower it and lower it?
To me, it showed that what we have to do is not bring this stuff up at all.
That'd be
because,
fine.
as you said, Kennedy did it, Clinton did it, the Republicans do it, they all do it. They're powerful men, and they need...
That's what you have.
I'm sorry.
We're assuming they are married, right?
I have to take a commercial.